Good evening, everyone. My name is Irdina. I am a CAD application engineer from Acad system. Welcome for today's online lesson. For today's online lesson, I'm going to teach about reinforcement installations by installation in different structural concrete elements. Specifically, we will explore how to install rebar reinforcement bar installations that are placed across 4 different structural concrete elements, which is foundation, beams, foundations, beams, stairs, and also columns. Today I will guide step by step on how to properly model these rebar reinforcement bars and how to properly place the reinforcement bar to meet the design and construction requirements. So this lesson is going to take place in Revit software, and this session is focused on software learning, and we will demo it in another file that I have prepared for this demonstration, and for this demonstration, for a real project application, you can refer to industry experts. So this is the example of the rebar reinforcement by installation that I have created, and we also gonna learn about how to apply color coded filter to ensure that for a proper review and presentation later. So we will start now. So this is the model that I have prepared for our demonstration today. So we will start with to install our rebar in this foundation first. To install the rebar in the structural element in our concrete element, we need to open it in elevation view only. We cannot do it in 3D view. Currently, I am in 3D view. So I'm gonna start with, I'm gonna open this elevation view in east view. And we're gonna start with this to install footing rebars in this foundation. First, we need to click this the structural concrete that you want. For example, we're gonna start with this foundation. So I'm gonna click this foundation and then click in this reinforcement button up here. We're gonna click rebar and then click OK. And then it's gonna appear the rebar shape browser on our right side. So I'm gonna pick this 0, 0. And then for the placement, since it still didn't appear the reference, I'm gonna change this placement button. So click here and then click rebar. Yeah. Oops, sorry. I'm gonna choose rebar shape browser in 0, 02. And then so the reference line in green color has appeared. so we can place it in our footings. We can place our footings in our structural concrete elements. For example, like this. I'm just gonna click one first, and then we can edit and adjust it in a rebar set. For example, like this, and then click number with some spacing, and then I'm gonna set the quantity to 20, and then the spacing is gonna be 89.5. Okay. And then since it doesn't really center it, so I'm gonna move it a little bit. Okay. And then we can still view it in our 3D. Sorry. In our 3D, since it doesn't appear here, so we need to open in our properties, click this view visibility state and click edit and open all view to ensure that it will appear in any views or plans. And then click OK. And then we can check it again in our 3D. So it has appeared here. Next, I'm gonna click this west view for the horizon, for the opposite of these footings. Same ways that we did previously. Click this, click the structural element that you want, and then click rebar in reinforcement button, and then click, and then make sure to use the 02 rebar shape browser for these footings of foundation elements. And then since we have already did the straight one, we need to do the horizontal one. So we can change the placement and on this button. Okay. And then click OK. And then same goes to the other one. Like we did previously, we can adjust it in rebar set. For example, for layout, I put number with spacing, and then the quantity is 12, and then the spacing is 96. It's 96. And then remember to open your view visibility states in properties, and then click all the view that you want to it to be appeared. And then click OK. And then you can view it again in our 3D. So this is the result for structural foundation footings. You can also view it in level 1. And move it to center. Okay. As I referred to a real project application, footings rebar usually will take place to real project to 9 mm, 8 mm to 10 mm diameters of rebar. So this one, I'm gonna change it. I'm gonna say it with this size of 4. You can check it in edit type. Currently it's 12.7. And then I'm going to change the horizontal one. The horizontal one to rebar 3, which is 8. The size gonna be 8 mm to 10 mm diameters. And then click OK. Next, we're gonna move it our installation of reinforcement bar in column. I'm going to choose this column to install the rebar. So the view is gonna be in north view. South view. Then after we click the structural concrete element that we want to add the rebar, it's gonna appear here again, like previously, and then click rebar, and then for this one, I'm going to choose this shape, rebar shape, and then make sure it is placed here and also here, and then escape, and then to check it in 3D. Don't forget to open our view visibility in our properties states on the left, click edit and open it. And then click OK. And then, since it's only appear one for left and right sides, I'm gonna add another two, one for the left and one for the right. So we're gonna edit it in our rebar set here. Click number with spacing. And then the quantity is 2. And then the spacing is 3.3 to 9.5. And then for the real project of this distribution bar, usually it takes to the same size as previous one, but it is in 15 mm diameter. So I'm gonna choose this size of this rebar shape. Okay. Next, we're gonna do the styrofoam bar to ensure it connected and strengthen the rebar shape. So I'm going, as usual, click the rebar in the structural elements and then click rebar and then choose, I'm going to choose this one and then place it, the placement gonna be perpendicular and then I'm going to click it here. And then I'm going to change the rebar set to number with spacing. The quantity is 25 and then the spacing is 1, 2. And for the real project, it's also takes to 30 mm, so I'm going to stick it to rebar size for #4. And then please ensure that you don't forget to open all the view visibility. Click OK. You can always check your rebar installation in 3D view. Next, I'm going to proceed with BIM over here. In node view, and then after you click the rebar that you want to add, click this button. And then for this one, I'm going to choose shape 00 as well. And change the placement to parallel plate here. And then another one over here. And then I'm going to open the view visibility. And then edit the rebar set to number with spacing. Number with spacing. The quantity is 2. And the number is, and the spacing is 1, 8. So you can check in our 3D view. My apologies, I'm going to edit it again in this BIM. Rebar and then choose 00 and then place it up top and bottom and then click here to turn on the view visibility. And then change the rebar, adjust the rebar set to 180. And then double check it in our 3D. Okay. And then next, I'm going to add I'm going to choose this if view to add the perpendicular rebar. So this time I'm going to choose the shape still T1 and then place it. perpendicular, and then I'm going to place it here. And then change the rebar set to number with spacing. Click on the rebar that you want to adjust the rebar set, and then change it the layout number with spacing. And the quantity is 30, and the spacing is 188.5. And then double check in our 3D view, as we already opened it in our view visibility state. So this is the result of the installation. Since it does not place in the center, so I'm going to click move and then move the rebar in the center. Okay. For a real project, this beams is it use a little this distribution bar. They use a little bit like 20 mm to 25 millimeter size, diameter size. So I'm going to change it to hashtag 6, which is 90.5.05. And then for the stirrups, I'm going to change it to hashtag. This one is hashtag 6, sorry. Then moving on, I'm going to add our rebar in this precast stair. Before you add rebar in for stair structure elements, you need to ensure the stair use precast stair before you click this reinforce, and then you can click rebar reinforcement button. For stairs, we need to do sketching. So it said pick holes for rebar, so I'm going to click here and then draw the rebar set. And then click this finish mode. And then I'm going to open this edit view visibility to 3D. And then you can just adjust it here to follow your reference line. For the first rebar, I'm going to adjust the rebar set to number with spacing. The quantity is 10 and the spacing is 95. And then click enter. So you can view it in our 3D. So it will be like this. And then you can just move it to the center of the stair. Okay. Back in East View. And then copy this one for the second step. And then just edit the size and also adjust the rebar set. For the second step, I'm going to add number of 10. I'm going to remain the quantity of 10 and the spacing is 100. And then in our 3D view, I'm going to adjust it to move it to ensure that they will not interconnect. And then I'm going to check here. For the first step, I'm going to change the rebar stairs to size #6. And the second one is #5. And then I'm going to copy it here. In this modify button, click copy for the third step. And then just edit the size and double check in our 3D. And then back in East View, we can just, for the rest of the step, I can just click this to rebar shape of the steps, control this one, and then click copy. For the rest of the steps. So this is ensure for us to save times. And then you can just check in our 3D already. And then I'm going to shape it, the stairs that place it here. Still the same way, click the structured concrete elements of the stairs, click rebar. And then I'm going to choose sketch. And then you can start sketch it here. Oh, sorry. Click the stairs, click rebar, and then you can pick the host of the rebar, click sketch, and then you can start the sketch. Then click finish. This one is called make distribution bars. So I'm going to change. I'm going to turn on the view visibility first, and then click OK. And then in our rebar set, just like the previous one, I'm going to change the layout to number with spacing. The quantity is 10, and then the spacing is 98. And then check in our 3D. You can adjust, you can move in our modify button. You can click it and slightly move it to make sure it doesn't connect. It plays in the center. And for this bar, I'm going to remain it to this size. And then I'm going to add, and then this is the rebar installation that we have created today. So moving on, we're going to add we're gonna learn how to add color coded filter. For example, in our properties on the left side, you can find this visibility and graphic. Click edit. Oops. And then choose filter, and then click add. Click edit and new. You can add a new filter, which is the first one. I'm going to rename it to R4, R3 for rebar size 3. And then choose structure rebar. And then in this button, I'm going to choose type names and equal to #3 to refer as size 3, and then click OK. Choose this one and then click OK. In this filter projection, I'm going to change the pattern to solid fill, and the color, for example, for this size, I'm going to choose yellow and then click OK. Click OK again. Then you can click apply and see it here. For this one, it already changed to yellow. Then we're gonna add for another filter for other size. Click filters and then add edit and new. R refer to rebar and then 4 refer to size 4, and then click structural rebar. And then the same as the previous one, I'm going to choose type name equals and then #4, as we already named it to R4, and then click apply and then OK. Choose this one and then click OK. And I'm going to add the rest. This applies to all rebar set that we already added. Make sure to add all of the rebars we added for installation. Type name equal #5 and then click apply on the OK. I'm going to do the same one for R6. OK. Structural rebar equals to #6. Apply and OK. And then choose these two that we just created. Then click OK. And just change all the projection to solid fill and choose the color that you want. And then click OK. For this one, I'm going to choose this one. And then click OK. And then the last one, I'm going to choose this color and then click OK. OK, and then apply and then OK. So this is the result of our color coded filter that we applied in our reinforcement bar that we just installed. Hold on, let me check. Perhaps I need to Mm. So let me check. This view, supposedly it showed the color that we just applied. Mm, I try to do it here. Oh, I'm gonna add it here. Since we already add it in other views, you can check it in 3D views, and then in properties, just check displacability and graphic, click filter, and then add the one that we has already created, R3 to R6, and then click OK. And supposedly click OK. Solid fill, OK. And then the color is this one. Click OK. Solid fill and the color. Choose any desired color that you want for your design, rebar shape. For this one, I'm going to use the stay it with this color and then click OK, apply, and click. So it's already okay in our 3D view. So this is the result of the rebar reinforcement bar installation and the color coded filter that we learned for today. So so that's all for today's lesson. Don't forget to check out our website to check our latest promotion and news. You can also check our free online lesson courses and the date that it already out and ours in seminar. Also, you can check our training schedule if you are interested to join. And don't forget to, you can also browse to our YouTube channel for our online tutorials and more online tutorials and lessons. So that's all from me. Thank you.